We have offices in New York and in New Jersey. I work very closely with artists and creative professionals, and I'm here every day to talk to you about O1 visas, EB1A, so green cards for artists, trademarks, and the business of the arts to make sure that you become the best artist that you can be within your sphere. So, right now, I want to talk about how trademarks can help you as an artist. Obviously, this applies to you within your artistic career, but this also applies to you during your artist visa journey, whether it's for the O1 visa or for the artist green card. But first of all, let's talk about what a trademark is, what a trademark does and doesn't do. So, first things first, I know a lot of people always say, "Oh my God, I have such a great idea. Can I copyright my idea? Can I trademark my idea?" Unfortunately, the answer is no. You cannot copyright an idea, you cannot trademark an idea. In order to ensure protection for an idea that you have, the best thing for you to do is to inform the person that you're speaking with, that you're telling them this in confidence, and get it somewhere in writing that it is your idea. So let's say you're having a business meeting with, I don't know, a production company or a music company, and you tell them what your idea is, or you have an idea for a song. Make sure after that meeting, you send them a quick email and you say, "Hey, that was my idea that we discussed during the meeting." That's the only way for you to protect your idea. You cannot copyright it, you cannot trademark it. A lot of times people think that trademarks are protections for your artistic works, and that's not true. In order to protect your tangible creative works, you need to copyright it. A copyright is different from a trademark because a copyright protects the actual created work, whereas a trademark is something very different and distinct. Think of copyright as protecting the actual art, and think of the trademark as protecting the business, right? Which would ultimately or create the art or generate the art. So you should think about trademark as, let me create an LLC and create my sculptures. Then you would trademark the name of your company. You can trademark your artist name. So let's say your given name is different from the artist name that you utilize within your work. Then you can think about trademarking that. Let's say, for example, you are known for saying a specific thing. Everybody has heard about Paris Hilton trying to trademark "That's hot" because that is a slogan or an ensemble of words that she used to say, and she wanted to have ownership over that slogan of words. You can trademark a sound or a jingle. These are things that you can declare your ownership over if you process a trademark application. So, just to recap, a trademark does not protect your artistic work. So, if you're creating a painting, if you're creating music, or if you're writing a script, a trademark is not going to protect that creation. A trademark also will not protect your idea. So if you do have an idea and you want to ensure protection for that idea, you want to make sure that you get in writing that you have that is your idea, that it came from you, whether in an email or whether in any sort of written document, which memorializes and confirms that you are the one that talked or discussed that idea. A trademark does protect the business aspect of your artwork. So it protects the business name of your LLC or of your company. It protects your artist name. So if you're using a different name from your given name, you can trademark that artist name. Let's say your company has a brand, something like, I don't know, artistic creations near you, whatever it is, you can trademark that slogan. Or if your company has a specific jingle or sound, then you can also trademark that and use it exclusively for your benefit. So, what happens if you trademark something? Let's say you trademark your name, Princess Performer, and someone else starts to use Princess Performer and performs under that same name. Well, because you filed a trademark, you would have more protections and a legitimate protection over somebody who did not trademark that name and is using it for their economic benefit. The whole point of issuing a trademark is so that you have an economic benefit resulting from the ownership of that word, that name, that company name, so that you can profit off it. And I think this is something that is often ignored within artists. I think artists sometimes think about, let me just create my artwork, let me be concentrated on this work that I'm creating, that oftentimes they forget about the business aspect of the arts, which is so, so important for being able to take your work and take yourself to the next level. So again, it shouldn't be, the mentality should not be, okay, I'm just creating my work. It should be, okay, let me establish a company under which my works are going to originate, under which my works are going to come. Let me start to develop let me start to come up with, a name for my business that reflects the work that I do, that is unique to me and the work that I create, so that I can exert ownership of it through a trademark application. Let me start to identify, am I being recognized for my work through my artist name or through my given name? And you could also even trademark your given name. So if you're known as Elektra Yao Creations, then you can trademark that, because that would be, for example, your artist name. Thinking about the business aspect of the works that you create helps you change your mindset and understand that you can monetize your artwork, that you can become a commodity and actually earn income off the work that you create. But if you do not have these legal and business infrastructures in place, it is super, super easy to get lost and to ignore that aspect of your work and just focus on the creative part. Again, I'm of the firm belief that in 2022, a successful artist not only needs to be successful in the work that she creates, i.e., creating interesting, thought provoking work, but she also needs to think about the business and legal infrastructures that are necessary to put her work out there at a certain level. And in order to do that, you really need to think, you need to have a change of mindset and think more business oriented and think more legal oriented, with the goal of protecting your work, commoditizing your work, and monetizing off your work. And the only way to successfully do that is to have these legal structures in place, a properly formed LLC, a trademark which protects the name of your company and the name of your brand, and obviously creating good work. What is also really, really important about a trademark is that it starts to help you get into the mindset of understanding yourself as a brand. So the name that you're going to use, the colors that you're going to employ, this will all be consistent across the board. Always think of yourself. This is what I tell my clients. Think of yourself not as just a small artist or a small company, but really think of yourself as a Coca-Cola, as a major brand. So think about how trademarking will set you up for really getting involved and executing the branding of your company, the branding of you as an artist, the branding of you as a creative professional. This is extremely important now in 2022, where you can speak and really have dialogues and really have conversations with your patrons, with people that are following your artwork. The more you present yourself as a united front, from the branding to the trademarking to the really to the monetization of your work, the stronger the artist you'll be, and the more successful you'll be, and probably happier you'll be, because you're actually monetizing and earning income off your work, which is what I think all artists want to do. I think most artists would like to earn steady income from the art that they create, as opposed to maybe creating the art and engaging in additional work to supplement their income. Of course, there's nothing wrong with doing any of that. But as I said, to really bring yourself to the next level, to become that artist 2.0 or 3.0, you want to start to actively think about filing a trademark, creating an LLC, and creating the legal structures in place to be able to support the business growth of your art and of your artistry. And just to kind of tie this into how this plays in with the artist visa and with the artist green card, is if you create your own company, right? You are able to be the CEO of the company and run that company. That helps me or the attorney prove lead and critical role. Also, as we know for the O1 visa, it is not a self sponsored visa. A lot of artists make this mistake. The O1 visa is not self sponsorship. However, you can use your company to sponsor you. So, as long as there is a distinct employer employee relationship between your company and you, that company that you create for which you are the CEO can be used to sponsor you. So, remember, a sponsor for O1 purposes is any US based company, any US citizen, or any green card with at least 6 months validity period. So, again, the creation of the company and the trademark, of course, this helps you as an artist in general to further monetize your career and, like I said, legitimize you and bring you to the next level. But for O1 purposes, number one, it helps me for O1 and EB1A purposes, green card purposes, it helps me prove lead role and critical role and original contributions for EB1A. And as I said, if you do not have a sponsor, i.e., a US citizen, a green card holder, or a US based company, your properly incorporated company can serve as a sponsor for your O1 visa as long as there is a clear employer employee relationship between you and your company. You can still remain the CEO, but that company can now self sponsor you. And you're not really dependent on any other company or any other individual to sponsor you, giving you the utmost control and protection during your O1 visa. Again, these are all, I think, complex considerations to make in the long term for the creation of your artistic persona as a professional. But these are, like I said, very important considerations to make. You want to protect yourself and have ownership so that if someone tries to monetize off that name that you've trademarked, you can ultimately litigate eventually. So number two, branding and marketing purposes, using the same uniform name across all channels. And as I said, for O1 purposes, proving lead and critical role and original contributions and sponsorship. Your O1, your a properly incorporated LLC can sponsor you for your O1. So again, this was a lot to take, but I hope that you start to change your mindset and get into the idea of seeing yourself as an artistic professional, i.e., really having the legal and business structures in place to protect you, to monetize you, to promote you so that you live to your fullest potential. Thank you so much, and I will see you later today. As I said earlier, I'm going live 3 times a day. I want to give you solid information about O1 visa, green card, trademark, entertainment law, and contracts that you will need to protect you, your business, and your art. Thank you so much, and I will see you later today.